Almost there. You guys can go ahead and start the meeting.
Okay, good evening. My name is Janet Sandstrom. This is an open meeting of the Northborough Earthworks Board is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Healy Executive Order of March 29, 2023, an act relative to extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency. All members of the Northborough Earthwork Board are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order allows the Northborough Earthwork Board to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is affordable so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Members of the public who wish to view the live stream of the meeting may do so by going to Northborough Remote Meetings on YouTube via link listed on the agenda. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will feature public comment. Okay. Now, we want to confirm the people who are on the board. Tony Pini.
Here.
Ron Doucette.
Here.
Janet Sandstrom, here. Staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Scott,
Present.
Brad,
Present.
Megan,
Present.
okay. I think we're all set here to start. Okay, the first thing is Fred is going to introduce Megan.
As you can all see from the screen, Megan is here to take over for me as your liaison. She will be your point of contact person going forward. She is the assistant DPW director, hired a couple months ago, a month and a half maybe.
Yep.
And she's excited to be joining all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
The workload is a little bit reduced due to the approval by the Attorney General's office of Article 36, which was approved at the annual town meeting, providing an exemption for applicants who are proposing land disturbance projects of more than 1 acre. They will be required to get a permit from the Conservation Commission, and they will not have to come to the Earthwork Board. So that leaves you all commercial and industrial and residential projects that are going to disturb less than 1 acre of land. It may turn out in the end to be quite a bit of a reduction, but we're just going to see how it goes. And right now, there's really not very many permits being pulled for earthwork or land disturbance. So that's just for instance down the road. Are there any questions for Megan or about Article 36?
Yeah, Megan's better looking than you, Fred.
Well, that was an easy bar, and I'd like to remind you we are live on YouTube.
Okay, Megan, welcome.
Thank you.
We look forward to working with you. Okay, let's see. Did anyone review the minutes?
Yes,
Ron? You did, okay. Do they look all right?
okay for me.
What about you, Tony?
They're fine. I move to approve the minutes.
I
Okay.
second it.
All those in favor?
Aye,
All right. Ron, what do you say?
aye,
Tony?
Yes,
Janet, yes. Okay, the minutes have been approved. Now we have bond release reductions. 442 West Main Street, D.A. Babra. Okay,
Yes. The project at 442 West Main Street goes back 20
Years.
plus years, yes.
yes,
Mr. Favre bought that project and converted the existing house there for a hair salon. And then he sold the property to Mr. Correa, who then occupied the building as a hair salon and for many years, and then finally decided to build a building that was originally part of the proposal from Mr. Favre, but all the permits had run out, so he had to start from scratch. He has completed his project and he has received his occupancy permit, and he is utilizing a portion of the building, and he's now trying to get more tenants to fill up the building, but the work is done. As-built plans have been submitted. So because we had one bond for Mr. Favre and one bond for Mr. Correa, they both need to be released at this point.
is Mr. Favre around?
I had spoken to him earlier this summer, and he is
Oh, okay,
he's still in the area, although he's living in Rhode Island, but he is in the area and he's aware that he's going to get a small amount of money back.
okay. And how much are we releasing?
I think for Mr. Favre, it's around $2,000, $2,500.
The
And
bond for Mr. Favre is $1,000 and with interest it's 12.1186 cents.
Oh, I
And
think you sent that, yeah.
Yeah, and then for Jay Correa, it is a $3,500 bond. So with interest, that's $35.63 and 36 cents.
Okay. Do we have to vote on each one of them, Fred?
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor of releasing the bond on 442 West Main Street? Oh, somebody make a motion, please.
I'll make a motion to release the bonds at 442 Main Street.
Probably need two motions, one
And
for each.
Oh,
442 Main Street and the J. Korea bond for $3,500 plus interest.
second,
all those in favor? All
aye,
those,
yes,
okay, how do you vote, Ron?
yes,
How do you vote, Tony?
Yes,
Okay, bond released. Okay, 9 Monroe Street.
So that's a Boo construction. Fred, do you know anything about this project, the history?
Yes, that project is also complete. That's the one on the corner of Monroe and West Main Street. It's kind of set back from West Main Street across from Avidia Bank. I think there's an accountant's office in there and maybe an attorney. It's right next to the town common. That project is complete and you could release that money as well.
So this bond goes back to September 2013. It's for $6,000.
Someone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we release the bond for 9 Monroe Street, ABU Construction for $6,000 plus interest.
I'll second,
All those in favor? Aye.
aye,
Tony, what do you say?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes,
Janet, yes. 442 West Main Street. Jay, did we just do that? 442?
Yeah,
Jen-
we've done all three of them now.
Okay, okay. Okay. Now. Okay, I guess we're all set. Schedule future meetings.
Yeah, I had on there any outstanding permits, but I don't believe there are any.
I think we took care of most of them last time we met in June. Those letters have been sent up to the treasurer's office. We're pretty well cleaned up. There are a few where some of the applicants refuse to send in the as-built drawings and finish everything. So we're going to send some letters and try to bring some pressure to bear on getting them to wrap those up and talk to town council about what we can do if they still refuse. I think there's one, the Hillside Grill, there's one, the doctor's office on Main Street across from Beezer's. I think that's pretty much it that I can recall at this point, but this takes care of the bulk of the stuff that was kind of hanging around for earthwork bonds. So I don't know if there's anything else in particular that you wanted to take care of, Megan?
No, it was just those two that I think that you're referring to, and then that will take care of any outstanding bonds that we have and work that we have on the list for things that we're holding.
Okay.
So I think we should be all set.
So the only other thing that I would like for you guys to talk about with Megan about your availability for a regularly scheduled meeting, that would help Megan to organize future meetings and let applicants know when their deadlines are to get applications into the town clerk's office in order to meet the 3-week advertising deadline. Want to make sure her schedule matches all of yours. I think tonight is the third Wednesday of the month. If that works, we can try to keep it at the third Wednesday of each month. I'm not aware of any new applications that come in recently or anyone that's even called asking for a meeting other than Mr. Korea, who wanted his money back, which doesn't require advertising. So if the third Wednesday works for everyone, great.
So-
If not,
So Wednesdays are tough for me. Personally, I don't know if that is, if that's the night that just works for everyone, but Tuesdays are kind of jammed up with meetings for other boards. So I was going to see if Thursdays would work. And if not, maybe Mondays. And then we could pick one Thursday or Monday, and I'll just keep that on the schedule for a monthly meeting. And if we need it, great. If we don't, then we just wouldn't meet that month.
Okay, so when do we want to schedule the next one, Monday or Thursday?
Thursday, Janet, is best for me. I have a board meeting every third Monday of every month. So Monday's not good for me, but Thursday is good.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with Thursdays.
no, it's fine with me.
Okay. And do you want to do the third of the month just to keep it, or we could start with the first Thursday of the month, and that would be December 7th. Or we can do the third of the month, which would be November 16th. So if that's up to you guys, if you'd
We
prefer
want
to
to
meet.
start up, since we don't have any applicants for new permits, why don't we just start on December 7th?
That's what I was thinking. Then we'll know it's the first Thursday of every month, and we can discuss prior to if we need to meet or not.
so it's the first Monday?
First Thursday of
First
every
Thursday.
month.
First
Yep.
Thursday.
And we'll schedule the next meeting. Since we're pretty late into this month, we'll schedule the next meeting for December 7th.
Okay.
That should work for me.
Okay.
Okay, I think
Oh,
we
wait,
just need to
Wait a
reach
minute,
out to,
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Okay.
I won't be here on the 7th. I'll be in warm weather.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
Janet, can you call in? Janet, can you call in where you are?
Well,
No.
not
Okay.
really.
Okay.
Okay.
So make it a Thursday for that month.
We
I'm
could
going
do,
for- Yeah.
Make it the third.
Third
Thursday.
Thursday?
we could do the third Thursday.
just get a little closer to Christmas, that's all.
Why
Oh.
don't we
Everybody-
do December 14th? Are you back by then?
I don't have a problem. December, oh, wait a minute. Will I be back by then? Wait a minute. Where's my- Oh, here's my, let me see my phone. December 14th. What time did you want? Yeah, okay, well, I'm coming back on the 13th.
So
14th is fine.
the 14th is fine, and we'll
Yeah.
keep it at 6 o'clock if that's good with everyone.
Yeah, fine with me. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's December 14th at 6 p.m. Okay,
And I will send out a meeting invite and an agenda prior to the meeting.
okay. You know, a board meeting doesn't go too good on the beach.
No.
Oh, go ahead, rub it in.
Just a couple of things to point out is that you have two members that aren't here. So we'll send out an email later in the week or next week to both of them and make sure that they're available on December 14th. And then if there's no hearings, which would be my guess, even in November or December, we'll try to have Megan send you an email letting you know that there won't be a meeting scheduled for that month, a week or two before the meeting. So you're not looking for information running up right to the meeting. I want you to put it on your
Okay.
calendars and save the date every month.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that Dana and the folks in the Zoom host group reserve us possibility to meet on the set second Thursday now of every month. So we're on the calendar and we don't have to scramble for hosts, but we can cancel the meeting if we don't need to. And my guess is that it might be a few more months before you meet. But I'm sure Megan will be much more on top of letting you all know, so you won't have to call me. She's much more efficient than I.
I don't know. You do a good job, Fred.
I do know Chris has standing meetings on the second Tuesday of every month, but Thursdays he didn't indicate was a problem. So I think one of your other board members may be okay with the schedule.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know Tom is on conservation and they meet on Mondays, so Thursday is probably really best for him as well, I would think, but he's got some other conflicts that he's working through.
Now, what are we gonna do? We're gonna plan on doing the second Thursday of every month?
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine.
Is that what we decided?
Yeah.
At least for now, until Tom and Chris say they don't
Okay.
have a conflict. Let's
Okay.
plan on that, with the first one being in December, and then as the new year comes, if everyone's okay, Megan and Brenda can work together to put out a schedule of dates for the whole year, and you can all put them in your calendar and then have them and just anticipate that there's a meeting unless you hear otherwise.
Okay. Okay. Is there any other new business before the board?
No.
Not on my end.
I have a
Okay.
question when it's through,
For who?
but Fred,
Well, it's one question Wednesday, so go ahead.
okay, I suppose. I noticed down at Lammy when they're redoing, and putting a new building in, they're trucking a lot of loom out of there.
I haven't been down there, but I know they were starting to work out there. I don't know if they're trucking loom out or they're, I'll go and check on that.
Is there a law in Northborough that you can't truck out, but you can truck in?
Well, they have to get a permit from this board or land disturbance permit. I think that project got a land disturbance permit from the Conservation Commission. So I'll talk with Vinnie Vignali, the conservation agent, and make sure that he's aware of if their condition included not removing any topsoil from the site, as ours usually do, to make sure that it's excess, that there's enough at the end. But I expect that there's plenty of topsoil down there. They're not
There's
building
a-
any buildings right now. They're just doing the site work to
Yeah.
improve the drainage and create the parking lot.
Right.
Due to environmental constraints on that site, the vast majority of the materials are remaining on site at that location. It's supposed to be a zero export, zero import project for the most part.
Did you actually see material leaving the site, Ron?
Yes, yes.
All right, well, I'll check it out and make sure that's not the case, because I don't believe there was a lot, because it's so flat and they weren't really changing the grade there. There shouldn't have been that much material, if any, leaving the site, as Scott
Yeah.
indicated.
Yeah, well, I saw they had a shovel and they had a big pile of dirt. They had some red trucks coming in, filling up the trucks and leaving with the dirt. Beautiful looking dirt too. I was just curious if there's, a law in town, or, they bring it to someplace else till they finish, then they're gonna bring it back to grade. I don't know. That was the question I had.
It's not a law, but typically the earthwork permits, and I believe that the land disturbance permits were going to have the same condition, that no topsoil would be removed from the site until it was determined to be excess, just so they would have enough to do any landscaping at the end. But I have to find out what's going on. I wasn't aware they were taking anything off, or if they actually are. But I will talk to Vinny, and one of us will get down there this week.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone like, make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Ron says aye.
Tony says yes.
Janet says yes. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you. It was nice to
You're
meet you
welcome.
all.
Yeah.
All
Nice
right.
meeting you too, Megan.
Good luck, Fred.
Thank you. Enjoy.